Have you ever noticed something that doesn't quite add up? In many Western countries, people in their early 60s already struggle to bend down, tie their shoes, or put on socks without sitting. Yet in Japan, it's common to see people in their late 80s, even 90s, moving with ease. They squat, they sit on the floor, they stand up without using their hands. As a physician, I used to think this was mostly genetics, or maybe diet. But recent research tells a very different story. A large study from Tohoku University examined mobility in adults over 80. What they found was striking. Nearly 8 out of 10 Japanese seniors over 80 baos could still sit on the floor and stand back up without assistance. In the United States, that number was less than 1 out of 10 kore. Same human body, same aging process. So what's the difference? It wasn't supplements, it wasn't gym workouts, and it definitely wasn't extreme exercise. The researchers found something far more interesting. These seniors were practicing 5 simple movements every night before bed. Movements so gentle they were never classified as exercise at all. And here's the key part. These movements activated a process called nocturnal joint regeneration, meaning the joints were better lubricated, less inflamed, and more mobile while they slept. When scientists measured the results, they saw joint fluid production increased, morning stiffness dropped dramatically, flexibility improved across the hips, spine, and shoulders. Inflammatory markers fell to levels usually seen decades earlier, all from 12 minutes before bedtime. Tonight, I want to show you these 5 movements, in the exact order Japanese elders use them. They require no equipment, no floor strength, no athletic background, and most importantly, they are safe for adults over 60 and 70 and when done correctly. Let's begin with the foundation movement. Days movement 5. Seated forward fold. Night reset stretch. This is where everything starts. Japanese elders don't see this as a stretch. They call it a reset. You sit on the floor or on a firm bed with your legs extended in front of you. Already, this position alone does something important. Most adults spend the entire day sitting with hips bent and spine compressed. By the evening, the tissues in the lower back and hamstrings are stiff, dehydrated, and guarded. This movement reverses that. Here's how it's done properly. You sit tall, imagining a gentle lift through the crown of your head. No slouching, no forcing posture. Then you slowly walk your hands forward along your legs. You do not pull. You do not bounce. You do not chase your toes. You simply fold forward as far as your body allows, comfortably. For many people at first, that's the thighs. For others, the knees. That's perfectly fine. Now comes the part that matters most. Time and breathing. You stay here for 2 to 3 minutes, breathing slowly into your abdomen. Each exhale tells your nervous system, this is safe, you can let go. Research from Kyoto Medical Center showed that holding this position gently before sleep triggers a myofascial relaxation response, meaning the connective tissue around muscles slowly reorganizes itself. Not forcefully, not aggressively, naturally. In older adults who practiced this nightly for 6 months, lower back pain dropped by over 50%. Forward flexibility improved significantly. Morning stiffness decreased. But here's what surprised clinicians the most. The biggest improvements weren't seen in flexibility tests, they were seen in daily comfort. Less stiffness getting out of bed, easier bending during the day, less pulling in the lower back. Why bedtime? Because body temperature naturally drops in the evening. That makes muscles and connective tissue more responsive. Think of it like warm wax versus cold wax. If the floor is uncomfortable, Japanese elders place a folded blanket under the hips. Comfort matters more than depth. If you can only reach your knees tonight, that's not failure. That's exactly where your body needs to start. Over weeks, range increases on its own. No forcing required. This movement prepares the nervous system for everything that comes next. And now, let's move to the second position, the one that quietly decompresses the spine and restores rotation most people lose with age. Movement. Number 4. Supine spinal twist. Nighttime spine decompression. This movement looks almost too simple to matter. In fact, many people skip it, and that's a mistake. You lie flat on your back, knees bent, feet on the floor. From here, you gently let both knees fall to one side, while keeping your shoulders relaxed against the floor. Your arms open out to the sides, forming a soft T shape. No force, no pushing, just gravity doing the work. You stay here for 90 seconds, then switch sides. Now here's why this matters so much after 60. During the day, gravity compresses your spine. By bedtime, most adults are shorter than they were in the morning, sometimes by more than half an inch. Inside your spine are discs filled with fluid. That fluid keeps your back flexible and shock absorbent. As we age, those discs lose hydration, not because of damage, but because they stop moving in all directions. Walking moves the spine forward and back. Sitting compresses it. This gentle twist restores side-to-side motion, which allows fluid to redistribute between the vertebrae. Researchers at the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology measured spinal spacing before and after nightly twisting routines. After 3 months, morning stiffness decreased, neck rotation improved. Lower back discomfort dropped significantly, but what patients noticed most was this. They could turn their head more easily while driving. They could reach behind them without pain. They felt looser when getting out of bed. Here's a small but important detail. As you lie in the twist, breathe into the open side of your rib cage. You'll feel that side expand slightly with each inhale. This activates the intercostal muscles, the small muscles between your ribs that become rigid with shallow breathing and poor posture. Japanese elders often place a pillow between their knees, not to stretch deeper, but to protect alignment. That's a pattern you'll see again and again. Comfort over intensity. If your nervous system feels safe, your body releases tension. If it feels forced, it resists. Hold each side the full 90 seconds. The real benefits begin after the first minute, when your nervous system stops guarding. Now let's move to the movement that wakes up the entire spine. Movement. Number 3. Cat-cow undulation, spinal fluid flow. Most adults haven't been on their hands and knees since childhood, but this position is one of the most natural and therapeutic positions the human body knows. You come onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, you begin a slow, continuous wave. As you inhale, belly softens, chest opens, tailbone lifts. As you exhale, spine rounds, chin gently tucks, belly draws inward. There is no holding, no strain, just flow. Japanese elders perform this for 2 full minutes every night. Why? Because this movement dramatically increases cerebrospinal fluid circulation. The fluid that bathes your brain and spinal cord. Researchers at Osaka University found that rhythmic spinal movement before sleep increased spinal fluid circulation by nearly 40%. That matters because this fluid removes metabolic waste, reduces inflammatory buildup, supports overnight neural repair in adults over 65 who practice nightly cat-cow. Morning stiffness dropped by over 60%. Balance scores improved. Sleep quality increased. Many reported fewer nighttime awakenings. Why? Because when the spine moves well, the nervous system relaxes. And when the nervous system relaxes, sleep deepens. One key instruction: let the movement start at the tailbone. Don't move the whole spine at once. Let it ripple upward, vertebra by vertebra, like a slow wave. Some people imagine seaweed moving underwater. That imagery helps create softness instead of stiffness. If your wrists are sensitive, use your forearms. Place a folded towel under your palms. Japanese elders modify. They don't skip. Do this for exactly 120 seconds. You may hear gentle clicking or popping. That's normal. Gas releasing from joints, not damage. When you finish, Most people feel warmth along the spine, a sign circulation has increased. Now we move lower, to a region that controls balance, walking, and knee health, yet is almost always ignored. Movement. Number 2. Ankle and hip circles, joint lubrication reset. This movement is almost invisible in Western routines, yet in Japan, it's considered essential joint maintenance. You sit on the bed or floor with one leg extended. Start with the ankle. Slow, controlled circles, 10 in one direction, 10 in the other, no rushing. Now here's why this matters far more than people realize. Your ankles contain dozens of small joints, and they are the first place mobility disappears with age. Most adults over 60 have already lost more than half of their ankle range of motion without noticing. When ankles stiffen, balance worsens, knees twist unnaturally, hips compensate, falls become more likely. Researchers at Nagoya University followed nearly 900 older adults for 3 years. Those who performed ankle circles nightly had far fewer falls, walked faster, reported less knee pain. The knee pain improvement surprised even the researchers. Why would ankle movement affect the knees? Because when the ankle doesn't move, the knee takes rotational stress it was never designed to handle. Fix the ankle, and the knee often calms down on its own. After ankle circles, Japanese elders move to the hips. Lie on your back. Hug one knee gently toward your chest. Now draw slow circles with that knee. 5 clockwise, 5 counterclockwise, then switch sides. Walking only moves the hip forward and back. These circles move the hip in all directions, restoring lubrication inside the joint. This is critical for getting in and out of cars, tying shoes, turning without pain. The Japanese Orthopedic Association found that elders who maintained nightly hip circles kept nearly half again as much hip rotation as those who didn't. Timing matters. Doing this before bed allows joints to stay mobile during sleep, instead of stiffening during 8 hours of stillness. If you hear clicking or popping, that's usually adhesions releasing, not damage, as long as there is no pain. Japanese elders often treat this as a quiet, reflective moment, sometimes paired with calm music or slow breathing. Now we come to the movement that shocked researchers the most. Movement number 1. Legs up the wall, nighttime joint regeneration trigger. This is the one Western doctors initially laughed at, until they saw the scans. You lie on your back near a wall, you lift your legs and rest them gently against it. That's it. You stay here. 3 to 5 minutes. Simple doesn't mean weak. Here's what happens inside your body. As we age, production of synovial fluid. The lubricant inside joints drops sharply. That's one of the main reasons joints feel stiff in the morning. Researchers at the Tokyo Metropolitan Institute of Gerontology discovered that elevating the legs before sleep increases synovial fluid production dramatically. Why? Because this position improves lymphatic drainage, reduces lower body inflammation, decompresses spinal discs, allows joint fluid to redistribute overnight. In long-term observation, morning stiffness dropped by over 60%, flexibility improved, sleep quality increased significantly. There was another unexpected benefit. Many elders stopped waking up as often during the night. Why? Because draining fluid from the legs reduces nighttime pressure signals that trigger bathroom trips. Setup matters. Your hips should be about 6 inches from the wall, not pressed against it. Your knees can stay slightly bent. Many Japanese elders place a folded blanket under the hips to enhance the angle. While here, breathe slowly. Inhale through the nose. Exhale longer than you inhale. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's repair mode. Some people worry about blood rushing to the head. In healthy adults, the body regulates this automatically. If you have serious circulation or heart conditions, check with your doctor first. For most people over 60, this position is gentle and restorative. Start with 2 minutes if needed. Build gradually. Your legs may tingle, that stagnant fluid moving. Chapter 4. Final thoughts. A doctor's perspective. What Japanese elders understand, and Western medicine is only beginning to accept, is this: aging joints don't fail because of age alone. They fail because movement variety disappears. These 5 nighttime movements restore fluid circulation, joint nutrition, nervous system calm, natural repair signals. They take 12 to 15 minutes. No equipment, no gym, no strain. Japanese elders don't call this exercise. They call it daily maintenance, like brushing teeth, and the science is clear. Bodies that receive gentle, multi-directional movement before sleep wake up less stiff, recover faster, maintain independence longer. If you start tonight, you won't feel younger tomorrow. But in 3 months, you'll move differently. In 6 months, you'll notice ease where there used to be effort. And over time, your body remembers how to take care of itself. Now I'd like to hear from you. Which movement feels most helpful for you right now? Is it stiffness in the back, hips, knees, or balance? Share in the comments. I read them all. And if this helped you understand your body better, stay with us. We focus on calm, science-based guidance, not fear, not trends. Your body is not broken. It's just waiting for the right signals.